problem with good fresh roasted coffee is it seems to be consumed faster, and we might be consuming it too fast. So I'm going to roast some more today to try to get ahead of the consumption rate by 5 days. 400 grams of beans in, oven on, tumbler on. I'm going to try to roast this by the numbers from yesterday. I like where I wound up at 13 and a half minutes. I was running the stove at 485. From the onset, the oven recovers back up to 400 almost immediately. As the oven starts to breach 500 degrees, I turn the heater unit down to 460 for the remainder of the roast. That's usually around minute 7. About 490. You see the beans are just turning from green to yellow. Just like the last tree roast, right around minute 7 we reached 500 degrees. The beans are just turning light brown. I'm going to turn the oven down to 460. Or 465 is the setting for the remainder of the roast. Okay, right around 9 minutes 30 seconds we heard the first crack. So if we follow that over, 12 minutes 40 is a good time to pull it. I'm going to go a little further, probably into the second crack, and go a little darker, probably around 13 minutes, 15 seconds when I'll pull it. Hear a bit of smoke at the 10-minute mark. At the 12-minute 50-second mark, I'm going to pull this around 13 minutes, 10 seconds. Here it's just starting into the second crack, and we're at 13 minutes, 10 seconds. Shut off the rotation. Oop. As you saw, my tongs failed, so I just went to the alternate cool in place method. Alright, tongs failed a second time. I either have to make new handles or abandon these altogether. After about 45 seconds of cooling in place, I was able to touch the cage and pull it out. And looks like, I would just say, full city roast. $430 grams of green beans here, attempting to end it just north of a 12-ounce or 3/4 pound bag. Going to do a second roast of the day, and I'm going to probably adopt the cool in place method, because while I was measuring out beans, the oven's fully recovered from getting cooled down with the beans inside. I think it might be safer overall than using these questionable tongs. Okay, at the 7-minute mark we're not reaching 500. We have a 30-gram larger load of beans in here. They are nice and brown at the 7-minute mark. Look at there. We are getting close to 500 degrees. I'll go ahead and turn it back at the 7-minute 40-second mark. 465 for the remainder of the roast. Approaching 10 minutes, grassy smell and smoke. I think I just heard the first crack at the 10-minute mark. Yep, there it is. Another crack. Call that first crack, so I'm going to use the guidance from, I don't have a 10-minute line, so I have to interpolate 13 and a half minutes. Ideal time to pull it out. I'm probably going to pull it at 13:45 to 14. It's a nice, long, slow progressing first crack. hoping this will settle down and then reestablish around the 13-minute mark, a second crack for about 20 seconds. It's planning to pull it out between 13.5 and 14 minutes. I've elected I'm going to do cooling in place from now on, so I'll leave the drum running, pull the top, and start cooling with it in the chamber. I believe I'll actually arrest the roast quicker this way, or more speedy. You can hear it just entered the second crack, and let it progress for another 10 seconds. And shut her down. Volume down. Okay, it took a little bit longer to cool. I do believe it arrested the cooking very quickly. It's still a little bit warm. I'm going to put it in the traditional spot and cool it some more. Okay, it's good tumbled action. Success. Cooling method tends to clear the chaff out of the chamber. We got 430 grams ready to go. Round 3 for the day. The oven's at 490. I'll reset this clock and start roasting. The oven's actually at 520. Shut her down. Plenty of preheat. Rotation. Recap the oven. Restart. Start the timer. I'm going to take it a little darker this time, and I'm not going to hyper supervise it. I'll check back in around 7 minutes, ascertain where the crack is, and then probably shut her down at 14 minutes. My system is decidedly low tech. I do have this grill thermometer probe just giving me a reference inside the chamber temperature, a timer, my eyes, my ears, my nose, and I've had relative success adjusting to different batch sizes and arriving where I want to arrive. I encourage everyone to give this a try. Very typical, 430 by 2 minutes. Still green. Well, I'm not hyper supervising, I am in the area. These chairs, molded Adirondack chairs from Adams Engineering, are super comfortable, very reasonably priced, and almost zero maintenance. Give one a try. Okay, almost by the numbers here, right around the 7-minute mark, approaching the 500-degree chamber temperature. It's time to turn the oven back. 465 for the remainder of the roast. Catching the first pre-crack at 10 minutes. This is a little different. You have to observe. No, I guess I did catch one at 10 minutes. There it is. Yes, 10 minutes, 10 seconds. I'd say we're going to do the same formula as last time, except this time I'll probably pull it closer to 14 minutes. First crack settled down around 12 minutes. I'm hoping second crack starts about now, as I'd like to roll through that for about 20 seconds. I think it's just now starting, but it's not a rolling crack. There it goes. I'm going to pull this at 13 minutes, 50 seconds. Alright, it's showtime. Cloud. Alright, finished cooling in chamber. It is touchable. Let's see what this looks like. cooling in chamber works quite well. This Drum 2.0 has really worked out quite well for anyone who wants to make their own. This is a 30 RPM 120 volt gear motor, 1/4 inch socket shaft. I've got cross drilled a socket to act as a 1/4 inch drive, leaving 1/4 inch drive open inside to take the 1/4 inch shaft that passes through the $15 Amazon cage. This is a double bowl assembly with insulation in between. I think that's actually unnecessary complication. If you can find a nice deep 9-quart or 10-quart, you can probably do this much simpler, as long as you have a insulation underneath to keep from melting your table. Then just use any old turbo convection oven and you'll have essentially Drum Turbo Convection Oven 2.0 for yourself. Enjoy.